What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Ash and Oak. I'm Ryan Taylor. Thanks for joining. We got something really cool today. I got a call from a friend at a liquor store. I don't know if friend's a strong word, but he said, hey, we got this really cool bourbon in. I think you're going to like it. Hasn't hit the shelves yet, but I'm going to set one aside for you. So, of course, I went and picked one up. Had to. And we're going to give it a shot here. I'm probably the first person in Oklahoma to drink this bourbon. That's a tall statement. But, you know, it hasn't hit the shelves, hasn't been released. The distillery's only been around for about a year. And I'm really excited to try this one. So what we have today is Company Distilling Tennessee Bourbon. This is a maple wood finished bourbon, which I'm not a big fan of finished bourbons, but I love the story behind this. Jeff Arnett, who was the master distiller for Jack Daniel's since 2008, I think, left Jack Daniel's after 20 years of working for them to make his own company, literally called Company. And it's stuff that he wanted to make. If you guys aren't familiar with Jeff Arnett, he is the guy responsible for the Jack Daniel's Sinatra Select. This is a 90 proof bourbon, again, finished with maple wood. I'm really excited to try this, so let's get into it. Yeah, it may be like 10:30 in the morning, but this is a channel about cigars and bourbon, not necessarily a channel about smart life choices. All right, let's give this a shot. I get a little bit of oakiness. I don't get a whole lot of maple, which finished with maple wood. I was maybe expecting something a little more mapley, but it's definitely like vanilla, caramel, oak, the things you would expect from a bourbon. There's a hint of spice, almost like a cinnamon, maybe. But not like fireball cinnamon, like actual like baking cinnamon. All right, let's give it a sip. First of all, there's almost no burn to it. Very smooth, easy drinking. The oak is a lot more pronounced up front. There's some notes of caramel, vanilla. I don't really pick up any of that cinnamon. That fruity tart note does kind of linger on the back end, but I don't get a whole lot of maple. You know, I would expect with it maple wood, you would get some maple notes. It tastes very oaky, but I don't know about maple. Now, if you're breathing in through your nose while you're sipping it, you do pick up some of that maple aroma. It's very faint, but you can pick it up a little bit. It doesn't really affect the flavor at all, though. The flavor is a lot of caramel, vanilla, oak. Like, this is what a bourbon should taste like, in my opinion. It doesn't have a lot of burn. That's the only thing it's kind of missing, is that spice, the heat. I wish I had a little more, but this is also the bourbon that I wish I had whenever I first got started with bourbon. Very easy drinking, smooth, but complex enough that, you know, even if you're a bourbon aficionado, you'll enjoy this. This is a very well-rounded bourbon. It's not overly sweet. There's just enough sweet. It's not overly harsh or astringent or hot. It's very middle of the road on all those notes. I wish it had more complexity to it. Sorry, I don't know what we missed. Apparently the SD card was full. That's the joys of shooting in 4K. But like I was saying, this is a phenomenal bourbon. Like, it's very smooth, very easy drinking. There's just enough complexity that it's not going to give you, like two-dimensional notes. You can pick up some stuff, but it does kind of fall flat on complexity, in my opinion. It's just my opinion. It could have a little more body to it, but it's really good. It is really good. I would somewhat say this is almost like the smoothness, at least, of like a Russell's 10-year. That's the level of smoothness. Russell's 10-year, I drink that daily. There's almost no burn to it. You can drink it neat. Amazing bourbon. This has that same level of smooth, easy drinking characteristics. Russell's is a little more complex in flavor. And for the same price point, I think I'd go with the Russell's 10-year. But this is aged at least 3 years, is what it says, a minimum of 3 years. But it's really good. It's $59.99 for a bottle. If you're going to spend $60, you're probably better off going with like a Wild Turkey Rare Breed, Russell's Reserve 10-year, something along those lines if you're looking for more complexity. But if you're just looking for a nice, easy sipping, middle-of-the-road bourbon, this is good. I would also say if you're just getting into bourbon, this may be the one for you. There's no burn. There's zero burn at all. It doesn't really taste like alcohol. I'm going to do a little splash of water. All right, splash of water. See if we'll open up any other notes. There's that maple. Yep. Now I'm getting some maple, some oak, some cinnamon. So if you cut the proof, the maple does shine a little more. Not a lot, but enough. Just a tiny splash of water will do it. But it also cuts down on the cinnamon and the spice, which is what I kind of like. So if you want something a little more on the spicy end, you could drink it neat. If you're wanting something more fruit forward, maple, oak, add a splash of water or some rocks. It's a damn good bourbon. I like it. It's probably not going to be my daily drinker, but something I'd bring out to share with some friends. Anyway, thanks for watching. Much appreciated. If you guys liked this bourbon review and you want to see me do some more bourbon reviews, hit like, please subscribe. It helps me out a ton. I'm trying to hit 69,420 subscribers by the end of the year. Anyway, thanks for watching. Much appreciated. I'll see you guys on the next one.